It was 11:47 p.m. when Rebecca's phone vibrated against her nightstand. The unknown number flashed on the screen like a warning. She ignored it at first, but something, the oppressive silence of her apartment, the faint rustling she couldn't quite place, made her pick up. Hello. Static. Then a breath. Rebecca. Her stomach nodded. Who is this? You don't remember me. But I remember you. I always do. She swallowed hard. Stop calling me, or I'll call the police. Go ahead. They won't help you. Click. The call ended. She locked every door and window, hands trembling. The phone buzzed again. Same number. Why are you doing this? She demanded. You shouldn't have left me there, the voice said. But it's okay. I forgive you. Now, let's finish what you started. The call cut out. Rebecca's hands shook as she tried calling Jenna. Straight to voicemail. The phone vibrated with a text. Look outside. She crept to the window. Under the flickering streetlight stood a tall figure in a hoodie, head cocked unnaturally to one side, as if watching her. She stumbled back, heart thudding her throat, and dialed 911. There's a man outside my apartment. He's been calling me. Is he trying to enter? The operator asked flatly. No, but he's just standing there. Please, send someone. We'll dispatch an officer. ETA 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Too long. Her phone buzzed again. Nice blue dress. You wore it the night we met. She hadn't thought about that night in years. College. A party. A man who stared too long. A memory she'd pushed down and buried. The front door rattled. Someone was testing the handle. Go away. I've called the cops. The rattling stopped. She clutched a kitchen knife and backed into her bedroom, locking the door. Her phone lit up. A new text. This time from Jenna. He made me do it. I'm so sorry. Rebecca froze. What? Then she heard breathing. Inside her room, the closet door creaked open. Jenna stepped out, face pale, eyes wide and wet with tears. Rebecca, he's here. He made me call from your phone. He said if I didn't. A gloved hand shot out, grabbing Jenna's hair and yanking her back into the closet. The door slammed shut. Rebecca screamed, fumbling with the lock on her bedroom door. The closet door opened again. Slowly, deliberately, he stepped out. The man in the hoodie. A scar ran from his cheekbone to his jaw, tugging his smile into something crooked and inhuman. You shouldn't have left me there, he whispered. Stay back. Rebecca raised the knife, her hands shaking violently. He took a step closer. You always had such fight. That's why I chose you. Suddenly a hand clamped over her mouth from behind. Rebecca gasped. Another man. Same hoodie. Same scar. Twins. She thrashed wildly, biting down hard on the hand. A growl erupted behind her as she broke free, darting for the window. She smashed through the glass, cutting her hands on the shards, and tumbled onto the cold pavement 2 stories below. Her ankle screamed in pain, but she forced herself up and limped toward the street. A police cruiser turned the corner, lights flashing. She waved frantically. Help, please. The car screeched to a halt. 2 officers got out. Rebecca Taylor? The taller one asked. Yes, please. There are 2 men in my apartment. They're trying to kill me. The officers exchanged a look, then smiled. Don't worry, the taller one said. We know them. Rebecca's blood ran cold. What? The officer stepped closer. They're family. You shouldn't have run. Behind her, the 2 men in hoodies emerged from the shadows, walking calmly toward her. Rebecca bolted, but her injured ankle gave out. She fell hard. The taller officer crouched beside her, his hand resting on his holster. 7 years ago, the party. You don't remember, do you? What you did to their brother. Rebecca's mind flashed to the drunken fight, the dark hallway, the loud crack of a skull against concrete. She thought he had survived. She had run. She never checked. You left him bleeding on the floor, the officer said softly. You never called for help. You lived your perfect little life while they buried him. The 2 men were closer now. You're not walking away this time. Rebecca screamed as they dragged her to her feet. The night swallowed her cries. The first time Claire noticed the house, it didn't seem strange at all. It was just there, an old Victorian cross from her apartment complex. Paint peeling, windows cracked, the kind of place you assumed was abandoned. But one rainy night, As she passed her kitchen window, she saw a light flicker on in the upper floor. She frowned. She had lived here for 2 years. That house had been dark every night. She told herself it didn't matter. Maybe someone had finally moved in. But the next night, the light flickered again. Same window. And this time, she thought she saw a figure standing there. She leaned closer to the glass. The figure didn't move. It just watched. Claire shivered. The following day, she asked her landlord about it. "Oh, that place? Been empty for years. Nobody wants it. Weird stuff happened there." "What do you mean?" "Owner vanished. Cops never figured it out. People say it's haunted." He laughed. "You know how neighbors talk." Claire didn't believe in ghosts. But that night, as rain lashed her window, she saw the light again. And this time the figure waved. She stepped back so fast she knocked over her coffee mug. Her phone buzzed on the counter. Unknown number. She hesitated, then answered. "Hello." Static. Then a low male voice. "Do you like watching me?" Claire's heart slammed against her ribs. "Who is this? You've been looking every night. Stop calling me, or I'll." The voice cut her off. "You shouldn't be alone right now." She hung up, chest heaving. The phone vibrated again. "I can see you." Claire slammed the blinds shut and grabbed her phone to call 911. "There's a man stalking me from the house across the street," she told the operator. "Stay on the line. Officers are on their way." But as she waited, she saw movement in her apartment. Her reflection in the kitchen window tilted its head unnaturally. It smiled. Claire froze. The reflection raised its hand and pointed at her bedroom door. "Miss, are you still there?" the 911 operator said. Claire couldn't speak. The bedroom door creaked open. A man stepped out. She didn't recognize him at first, but then, yes, the figure from the window. He raised a finger to his lips. "Chill." Claire darted for the front door, but it was chained. The man walked calmly toward her. "I waited so long for you to notice me." "You never did. Not until I waved." "Stay away from me," she screamed, fumbling with the chain. "Do you remember the party?" he asked softly. Her mind flashed back college. A drunken night. A stranger she danced with. His pale eyes. The way she laughed and walked away without a second thought. "You don't," he said, smiling. "But I remember every second. You left me behind. Now it's your turn." He lunged. Claire grabbed a lamp and swung. It shattered against his head. He stumbled, and she bolted out the door barefoot into the rain. Across the street, she saw police lights flashing. She ran toward them, screaming, "Help! He's in my apartment." The officers turned. One step forward. "Claire Hartley?" he asked. "Yes. He's trying to kill me." The officer's partner smirked. "Good. Makes this easier." She stopped cold. "What?" The first officer drew his gun. "You were supposed to stay in that house, Claire." I don't understand." A figure appeared behind her. The man. She ran, but she didn't get far, he said. The officers holstered their weapons. "Thanks for bringing her back." Claire's stomach dropped. What is this?" The man leaned close, his voice soft. "This is where I died, Claire. You left me bleeding on that bathroom floor. Hit me with that bottle and never looked back. Did you think it wouldn't matter?" No, I didn't." "Don't lie." The officers grabbed her arms. "Time to go home," one said. They dragged her back toward the house. The light in the upper window flickered again as thunder boomed overhead. And in the glass, Claire saw her reflection. Except it wasn't hers anymore. It was smiling.